There we go. There we go. Are you Jordan LaRon Beauregard?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is case number 23T02410FY and 23T02411FY, people of the state of Michigan versus Jordan LaRon Beauregard. And Attorney Rush.
Yes, Your Honor. Kevin Rush, appearing on behalf of Mr. Beauregard. I interviewed him this morning. He went through his trial rights as well as the rights to a preliminary examination within 21 days. And I read the charges to him. He has 2 cases, including potential fine and punishment. There was an habitual notice that we also went through as well. He tells me he understands it all and is waiving any further reading of it. He works part-time at a Standard Solutions, so he is requesting court-appointed counsel.
All right, thank you. Mr. Beauregard, your attorney just stated that he did go over your 2 cases, all of the charges in these 2 cases, as well as the maximum possible penalties for those charges, and all of your rights. Do you need me to read any of that to you again?
No, ma'am.
You know and you understand all of those things?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll waive the reading of the charges in both cases, the maximum possible penalties, as well as Mr. Beauregard's rights. As both he and his attorney have indicated, he knows and he understands those things, and he does not need me to read them to him again today. We will enter a not guilty plea on his behalf, and we will set these 2 matters for probable cause conference as well as preliminary examination, and I will appoint court-appointed counsel as requested. Attorney Rush, what would you like to say in regards to bond?
Your Honor, the address is correct. He's a lifetime resident of Genesee County. Now, he is on parole right now for some 2001 case, 21 cases. He's indicated that I believe now there is a parole hold on him, or there soon will be. Under the circumstances, we would ask the court to set a low 10% bond for him on these cases. He won't be getting any jail credit, so it's better he stay here and get these cases potentially resolved instead of being taken out of the county jail on a parole violation hearing.
All right, thank you. And as you know, Attorney Rush, I informed you just a little bit ago that Mr. Beauregard has another felony file that I signed a warrant for today. We'll probably be hearing that tomorrow. All right, and so let's see, I'm going to do on the 410 case, there are 4 counts here, 4 counts. I'm going to do $10,000, 10% bond on each count. If Mr. Beauregard is released, does not sound like that's going to happen, but if that does happen, he has to be placed on GPS tether. He has to check in with our pretrial services department. He has to submit to random drug and alcohol screens, not to use any alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal controlled substances, no firearms or any other dangerous weapons or ammunition, and all of the other general bond conditions would, of course, apply. In regards to the 411 file, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 counts on this as well. So the bond for this case will be exactly the same, $10,000, 10% for each count. And the same requirements as I just stated: GPS tether, pretrial services, random drug and alcohol screens, no alcohol, recreational marijuana, or illegal controlled substances, and no firearms or any other dangerous weapons or ammunition. Next court date, and all the other bond, general bond conditions, of course. Next court dates will be the same date for both files, and that will be November 9th, 2023 at 1:00 p.m. That's the probable cause conference. Preliminary examination date is set for November 15th. Those are both in front of Judge Manley, and Circuit Court Judge is Judge Kelly. Anything else today, Attorney Rush?
No, thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, Mr. Beauregard, you're all done. You can go.
Okay, ma'am. Will I be getting copies of these court paper?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Jamel Broughton. Are you Jamel Divine Broughton?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
This is case number 23T02412FY. People of the state of Michigan versus Jamel Divine Broughton. And Attorney Rush, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. Kevin Rush on behalf of Mr. Broughton. I interviewed him this morning and I went through his trial rights with him as well as the rights to a preliminary examination within 21 days. And then we went through the charges and potential punishment on all the offenses. We did also go through an habitual notice as well. He tells me he understands his rights and the charges and punishment and is waiving any further reading of that. He does work for a roofing company, but he's only been there for 3 months. So we would ask for court-appointed counsel.
All right, thank you. Mr. Broughton, your attorney stated that he did go over your charges, the maximum possible penalty for those charges, and all of your rights with you. Do you need me to read any of that to you again?
No, ma'am, Your Honor.
You know and you understand all of those things?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor, I do.
All right, I'll waive the reading of the charges, maximum possible penalties for those charges, as well as Mr. Broughton's rights, as both he and his attorney have indicated. He knows and he understands those things and does not need me to read them to him again today. We'll enter a not guilty plea on his behalf, set this matter for a probable cause conference as well as a preliminary examination, and I will appoint court-appointed counsel as requested. And Attorney Rush, what would you like to say in regards to bond?
Yes, he has indicated that the address has changed. It is now quite sure of what the zip code is on that. Resides with his grandmother.
It's 48529.
48529.
Sorry.
Resides with his grandmother, but he's a lifetime resident of Genesee County, is working, as I've indicated. He is on a probation right now with Judge Lachana on a short-barreled shotgun case, but he was in front of Judge Lachana just a few days ago and received a PR bond apparently on any violation on that. Also, he has a case, he said it's a domestic violence case with Judge Christensen. He also was in front of just a few days ago and received a personal recognizance bond. He indicates that the complainant here is the mother of his child. She's allowing him to see the children. He is on the lease to this location. And I told him to take up that issue with his attorney, considering he's on the lease, but this is a home invasion case. I imagine it's a no contact situation, perhaps, that's happened here. I'd ask the court also, he apparently is being evaluated for mental health court treatment. And that's through Judge Lachana's as well as I believe through Judge Christensen. So it looks like those issues are being taken care of. I'd ask the court to consider a personal recognizance bond. I have advised him he can have no contact despite the fact she's allowing him to take care of the children. Still, no contact means no contact. He said he will abide by the orders of Judge Christensen as well as Your Honor and Judge Lachana and have no contact.
All right, thank you. Give me just a moment here. All right, let's see. There's 1, 2, 3. All right, I'm going to do a 15,000, 10% bond on count 1, 10,000, 10%, count 2, 5,000, 10%, count 3, which comes to a total of $30,000, 10% bond on this case. If Mr. Broughton is released from jail, he is, let's see, not to use any alcohol, any recreational marijuana, or any legal controlled substances, no firearms or any other dangerous weapons or any ammunition. Obviously, it's to have no contact whatsoever with the alleged victim in this case. And no contact means absolutely no contact, Mr. Broughton. You cannot call, you cannot text, you cannot go to her home. You can't have other people do any of those things for you. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am, Your Honor.
Also, a term of this bond will be to follow all probationary orders of the previous case. Whatever those orders are, or orders of this court, and whatever, if there is a violation of that probation, it would be a violation of this bond order. All the other general bond conditions will apply. Next court date is probable cause conference on November 9th, 2023 at 1:00 p.m. Preliminary examination date is set for November 15th. Those are both in front of Judge Goggins. Circuit Court Judge is Judge Bell. Anything else, Attorney Rush?
No, thank you. I believe Mr. Broughton has a question.
I got a question.
What's your
Your
question,
Honor.
sir?
My PO and the judge told me to tell you that I had to be a minute to TTI, which is on my paper that they gave me on 11/02 at 2 p.m. for my mental intake. For Orient.
All right, the jail, they can arrange that for you, sir. Sure.
So can I, so my circuit court judge, they gave me a PR bond, so can I get a PR bond with you, Your Honor?
Nope, but we'll arrange if you need to be transferred to TTI, I'll permit that.
Even if it's an outpatient for mental illness and anger management.
All right, Broughton, we're all done. You can go.